What's going on, guys? Something a little different today. We are going to be checking the bore size at my brother's house here. He's got his little machine shop, Bridgeport, mess right now. So we'll go ahead and clean that stuff up. And what we're doing today is checking the bore on the beams to see if we actually need to put new pistons in, meaning bored out, put new pistons, or just if we can get away with putting new rings in, which I ideally would like to do. So let's go ahead and set everything up, and I'll run you guys through, and you can get an idea of how we go about doing this. So, all right, check it out. So we're set up. Just waiting on my father to help me out real quick. I don't really want to hone this thing out to put bigger pistons in it, to clean everything up usually, because it wasn't seating. The rings were pretty shot. Obviously my compression was crap. Let's go ahead and get some numbers and see if this thing checks out.
There may be half a thousand's out around, but that is normal. It's just normal wear. If you go around from zero, almost perfect, then you come in this side, and you're just about half a thousand or so. Yeah.
Yeah, it's barely anything. Go back the other way.
That's where you go to zero. Just back to 0.5. Let's adjust it.
Perfect.
It's not off by much. Huh? It's not off by much. Oh shit, that's fucking beautiful. It's beautiful. Yeah, half a thousand or less. Less than 1,000. Our main concern was to see if this is out of round, which is slightly out of round. What is, remember, your piston to the hole tolerance is about 2,000, I think, at least for the Fiat, or 4 thousandths.
4,000.
The piston is smaller, 4 thousandths than the hole. So, and then your rings take the gap.
Gonna give it a quick cleaning. Obviously it's still kind of dirty. I tried the best I could, but I think we'll be okay in the long run. This stuff will come off. So everything's square. The tolerance with everything is within spec. I think we are half a thou. I guess we'll call that half a thou out or half a thou in tolerance, whatever. But it's well in range where it needs to be, probably closer to factory than most of these. I think they're 20-year-old blocks or whatever. I'm pretty happy with the results, and we're gonna move on to just replacing the rings, and then most likely I'll clean everything up, obviously replace the rings, and then reassemble it. So I think we're well on our way, and I kind of skipped over the machine shop, which I'm kind of pleased about, because obviously we don't trust anybody. So, all right, back in my garage, this is what's going on. Cleaned all the pistons up, took everything out, cleaned them the best I could. I think that this stuff obviously doesn't matter too much, but I got my rings, and here are the old rings. I'm gonna go ahead and put my rings on, and then put these bad boys in. As far as our block goes, I tried to take off as much of this as I could, so you can see that there's still kind of like some kind of imprints in here, I guess we'll call it, but they're definitely like not a problem. So all right, let's go put everything in. So here's the rings here. Put this over here. So I'm gonna start probably with the oiler ring, and then this is the next one. So we'll do these first and then go from there. Here is 1, 2, and 3 piston that are all on already. So I'll kind of show you. I mean, it's not really too hard, but just gotta kind of be
a little gentle with things. This is your oil ring, and then top and bottom ring for that. These are probably the most difficult ones to put in. They're thinner, so you can kind of manipulate them a little bit, but still gotta be kind of fragile with things, a little easy. As you can see, there's the top one, and now we'll go ahead and put the bottom one on. The same way, but a little different. Now we're gonna have to clock all these rings anyway before we put them in, as many of you know. So this is what we got. I already put these two in. These were put in top dead center, and now we were 180 degrees out of top dead center. Grab our little hammer. Now I can kind of push it down with my hand until it makes contact with the crank gently. There it is. I'll do the same with number one. Okay, I'm gonna flip it over. See what we got. Just gonna kind of lube the edges here. I don't want anything to like bind up when I'm torquing them down. I don't know, just kind of like a safety precaution. Probably won't, it's probably oil all over this thing, but whatever. This is the only torque wrench that I can find. So I think this thing goes up to 250. Something like that. I'm using it at the lowest, which is 50. Okay. Looks pretty good. I mean, only time will tell, obviously. And that's it. And that's gonna do it. Short block is assembled, as you saw. Everything went together pretty easy. So we'll see how it goes. Next thing to do is to attack this head. I'm gonna kind of clean it up, go through everything, possibly put new springs, put new valve seals, intake, exhaust. But anyway, we'll get there when we get there. In the meantime, I'm waiting for some parts still for the short block, oil pump, a couple of stupid things, front and rear main seal, but things are taking a really long time to get shipping wise, and I don't know why that is, so we're just kind of playing the waiting game. So that's it. See you sooner or later, hopefully.